So guys, I'd like us to take a look at what Obasanjo said about the democracy in Nigeria and how our democracy is dying. But I think his statement vindicates what people have been saying about this democracy of a thing in Nigeria. That it's no longer as if it's for the people, because right now they are giving us imposed leaders. Take a look at River State. They removed the elected ones and they're giving them imposed leaders. Just take a listen to what this man said and then you see what I'm talking about.
Kuka is leaving us.
I'm going to offer you mine, Your Excellency. Welcome, sir.
I better take yours.
It's now off. I have to put it back on.
The little game we just play here. I took the microphone from Liel, and the lady was getting annoyed. So I decided to put down Liel's microphone. I will never want to have the fury of a lady. And because the fury of a lady can be unmanageable. Well, we have been told to keep to the protocol. But I will keep to the protocol as much as possible. But when my former vice president is here, I cannot but recognize him. Well, I cannot but also recognize Mrs. Ifedoha. We are celebrating your husband and we are celebrating you as well. I cannot but recognize my in-law, Chief Emeka Anyoku, who, when it pleases him, he wants us to play senior brother and junior brother. But it's my in-law, and he hasn't paid dowry that I have to pay. I appreciate you. I cannot also but recognize my very good friend, in whose house history was made in this country, Chief Okeke. The Nigerian Civil War actually ended in his house, because that was where I met Philip Effiong on that fateful day. I cannot but also recognize Bishop Kuka. I understand he will be talking to us later. Bishop Kuka and I have gone a bit of a long way, but I keep telling him that I will get to the kingdom of God before him. And he keeps telling me that he has become a bishop because of me, so that I can get to the kingdom of God. Well, you will forgive me if among governors, former governors, attempted governors, I will also recognize Peter Obi, who so let me now come back to Emeka. Emeka, I felicitate with you on this day. And I listened attentively to what Leal have said about you. And all I will say to that is that I concur.
You say you should bring the microphone closer to your mouth. We're not hearing you.
And why didn't you say it publicly so that they can hear? Why are you whispering into my ears instead of saying, bring the telephone close to your mouth so that everybody can hear you?
I said they sent your son so that you will not be angry.
Now that you have said it, what is more? You said so that I will not be angry. What is to make me angry if you are correcting me correctly? But let us have a wonderful day. You said to me we will start at 10 o'clock so that we can end at about 1 o'clock because of those who are fasting. And I don't want to take too much of your time, except to say that this is a day that we are all happy to be here with you, to celebrate with you, and to share the joy of this day with you. The little I know about you is that you are a determined man. There's no perfect human being. But the little also that I know about you, you are almost a perfect human being. Again, the little I know about you, you take things as they come. And you are unperturbed by even the seeming and apparent injustice when they come to you. For me, I will do everything to be here with you today, and you know that. And I'm really happy to be here with you. And you have chosen for discussion, which again, I believe is an indication of your mind, of what you believe for this country. You have chosen for discussion democracy. Is it failing in Africa? Are we talking of democracy, or are we talking of Western liberal democracy? I will not preempt what Bishop Kuka will be saying. But when we talk of democracy, we should remember that in Africa, before the colonial rule and the colonial power, we have a form of government which attended to the needs of our people. And whatever you call it, to me, it is democracy. Because what is democracy about? The American President Abraham Lincoln defined it as government of the people, by the people, for the people. Democracy is meant to be a system of government that delivers and delivers to all the people, not just a section of the people, not just a few. But what do we have today? I believe since we gone past the Greek democracy, which brought everybody to the square, and everybody has a say in the decision making, which affects everybody, or which affected everybody. Democracy has now become representative democracy. And representative democracy has not taken care of everybody. Today we have democracy, which is government of the people, of small number of people, by small number of people, over large number of people who are deprived of what they need to have in life. Now that is not democracy that will endure. So if you are talking of democracy failing in Africa, democracy in Africa has failed. And why has it failed? Because it didn't have any, in context and in content, it's not African. It does not have any aspect of our culture, our way of life, what we stand for, what we believe. Ubuntu. I am because we are. It is I am because I can grab. What sort of democracy brings you and you grab everything and then illegally, corruptly, and you say go to court? When you know that even in the court you cannot get justice. So if democracy is not that democracy is failing, democracy is dying. And if we are going to make democracy not to die, we have to look at democracy in the context and in the content of Africa. I hope that we will get to that stage so that democracy which will deliver will be the democracy that we will have in Africa. Thank you.
First of all, I think our democracy is dead. Why? Is because tell me the reason why they should remove elected governor and his workers, his deputy and the House of Assembly, and then they put somebody that the River State does not want. That means they're imposing leaders on us. The same way they did in that 2020 election where they imposed the leader on us, they are imposing leaders to River State right now. So tell me if that is democracy, because democracy is meant to be for the people and by the people. But now it's not like that. They will give you even who you don't want. Because tell me how Godswill Akpabio became the Senate president, even not passing or even not attempting to pass the Senate primary, but yet he emerged as the Senate president. Like as the question said, that if not for corruption, most of Nigerian leaders are not even qualified to be called a leader, because they don't even understand what it means to be a leader. They don't know what it means to be a leader. I will educate you guys. Being a leader comes with sacrifice. You must be accountable. You must be transparent. And like Peter B said, your way to the seat must be excellent before you can be called your excellency. But Nigeria, almost all our leaders, none of them got to the seat excellently. None of them, except Alex Oti. Just few of them, but most of them, none of them got to the seat excellently. And then what happened in River State, let me just give you a summary of what happened in River State. I heard a rumor that Fubara helped Wike to actually rig out P2B in River State. I'm not sure. I heard. So now along the line, Fubara now actually started working against Wike. That means Fubara does no longer support or do what Wike says. Because Wike always like a god because he was the one that gave Fubara that position. Or let me say, they gave him the opportunity to be the governor of Rivers State. So he expects Fubara to do as he said, but Fubara along the line started doing his own. What he feels is good for Rivers State. Then Wike was no longer happy with it, and Wike started attacking Fubara. And since it's not today, this started since. Then he tried to impeach Fubara, which did not work. So Wike now have his own House of Assembly, and the Rivers State have their own House of Assembly. And the Wike's House of Assembly members defected from a party that gave them position. And by law, once you defect from a party that gives you a position, that seat is automatically vacant. But those people say that they are not leaving anything, that their seat is not vacant anything. Imagine disobeying the law. So now, Tinubu now went and entered into the case, thereby suspending Fubara for 6 months and his workers, deputy House of Assembly members, everybody that are working for Fubara, they all suspended them and then now imposed somebody for Rivers State. So it's not as if it's now a must that this person must lead you. I don't think it's making sense. So it's not a must that this person must lead you before you must accept who I'm giving you. It's not like a democracy where people can make their choice. It's now as if you must accept what I'm giving you. So they now remove Fubara from the way because Fubara have proven or have shown that he will be a threat in the next election, because they might be planning how to rig Rivers State again for the current administration. So Fubara might be a threat. So they removed him out of the way so that they do not have any blockage or any threat in rigging the election. So that is the main reason why they even remove Fubara. But I don't say no much. I think I will just dedicate a video and explain these issues happening in Rivers today, summary of this issue happening. But before that, just air your views in the comment section. What to think about this video by Olusegun Obasanjo? Let me know what to think about it in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe. It's your boy again, Kizo. Stay tuned, guys.